silly dog. Daddy, why would he don't do that?
That's twice it's gotten out.
He's biting!
Hey all, Rob from the Horde here, and doing a bunch of videos this weekend because I've got a bunch of projects I've got going on. So I don't know where I am, so I'll just say hello every time. First of all, let me show you this, if I can somehow. Look at that, and I can't figure out. Look, I am sporting. All right, first of all, I need to put it on the tripod and show you this apron here. So just a minute. Okay, first, get back here a little bit. I want to show you, been begging my wife for a shop apron, and she got me one done here. So it's got a big pocket up here on the top, two big pockets here, and then little pockets on the outside, and then a huge pocket down here with three little pockets around the inside. So plenty of pockets. I love it. I'm a little large for a tool belt, and yes, it is an apron, but we're going to call it a shop apron. It's made of denim, will last forever, and if there's something I don't like about it, I can ask my wife nicely and say, will you please do this on this? Because like right now, I kind of like long enough ties that they come all the way back around, and maybe go ahead and tie in the front. But that's all right. This is the first time I've really gotten a chance to use it. And here's one of my favorite things that she put on there. Cracks me up. Farmer Rob. Ha! Farming the Horde here. So, now that I've gotten you to show you that, let me show you our two newest members of the Horde.
Well, with me.
All right, here's the two newest additions to the Horde.
This
We have,
bunny.
that's Flower,
Flowers.
because somebody wanted to name it Rose and somebody wanted to name it Daisy, so we just are going to call her Flower.
Oh, and I have a cute little
She's a
head
very
on
pretty
me.
bunny. Honey, they've got their own fur coats. They don't necessarily need to be covered up, okay?
Okay.
Flower's a little more skittish here. She's kind of scratched some of the kids up a little bit just because she's not used to being handled, but I think she's going to get used to it. And this down here is hard to see. Is
He's
Patches.
racist. Oh, and he has a very dark spot.
So there we go. Yeah, they're still getting used to being
this is a
held,
cute
and the
little
kids are getting
head.
used to holding them too.
When we just saw Patches, that's the cute little head I was talking.
So now that you've seen them, you may be saying, Rob, what are you going to do with those? They were really a spontaneous buy. We've looked at it a couple times on the way back and forth to church. There's a farm on the way that says bunnies for sale, and so we got a couple of bunnies the other day and had an incident because I had a temporary coop. It was kind of a spontaneous thing, and I may show you what I've got set up temporarily first, and then I'm going to buy them or build them a better coop, and I will show you that too. So I'm going to get you off the tripod and put on the selfie stick. I need a small tripod. I don't know. Got to figure out this camera stuff. This tripod is awesome. The stuff I have is great. Just there's got to be things that'll be a little more convenient, but we'll figure that out eventually. So let me give you a little tour of the stuff I threw together for the rabbits. Okay, so the bunnies are inside at the moment, which is why this is open. But what I did was I've got a dog cage. You may recognize it from a few episodes ago when I took the chickens to be processed. Maybe I'll try and link to that video. I know there's a way to do that. Maybe I'll try and figure out how to do that. Anyways, dog crate. I've got a kitty litter box in the back with some bedding in it for them to sleep in and get out of the weather. It's right on the grass. We've got some toys. We've been feeding them the hay and the pellets, and we have a small waterer. The first night I got the two rabbits and set them over here. And I thought one night they'll be fine. Something was digging to get in, and they could not get in. However, this hole right there, the way the fence was sitting, was on the inside. So one of the rabbits managed to dig underneath and get out, and then was laying there, and I think Bandit, our dog, got out and played with the rabbit. Not gently. So she didn't make it. She died in my arms. Very sad. It happens, but we live and learn from our mistakes. And so what I went ahead and did, just again for temporary, and I don't know how well you can see it on there, I just took an old piece of chicken fence. I laid it down on the grass, set the cage on top of it, and then they couldn't dig out, but they could still eat the grass and all of that. So now the time has come, though, that I need to build them something a little more permanent. So I've got my supplies laid up over here by the meat birds. They are actually now traveling back out to the yard. So you can kind of see where they've been there. This is so much fun and a lot of work. But anyway, that's good. It's good. This is my supplies here for my chicken hutch. My wife and I are arguing about it. Not arguing as much as we ever argue about stuff, but discussing. She wants to call it the hairpen. I don't think it's, I don't think it's creative enough. I've seen hairpens before. I want to call it the PlayBunny Crib. So, because, it's a crib. It's an old crib. So, we'll see what happens. I told her I'm the one that makes the signs, and she threatened to make one herself. So, anyways, we're going to get this together, and we'll show you the progress. Okay, is it recording? Looks like a square inside that white circle. Yep, you got it.
Put it way a bit down. Oh guys, we're up from the Horde here. And there's the bunnies in there. I'm gonna get in there. This is gonna be one bunny, and you can then go pick one up so you can see it, guys. Come here, bunny. There. And we're gonna be back.
All right, guys. Here's how far I've gotten. And I'm on what now is what I call a battery break. I've got one battery for the cordless drill, and I wasn't paying attention. And that little guy right there was playing with it. And so was the other little girl. And they wore my battery out. So it is in on the charger. And it is actually getting to be 3 o'clock. And we've got a pool party tonight. So as odd as it may sound, I need to shower and we need to get supper and all that. It's about 3 o'clock or a little after. So I may be done after I clean up my tools. And at least get them put away. So, and you might look at this and say, this is a man who loves zip ties. And you would be correct. I love zip ties. I think they're awesome. You can snip them easy. I don't know where I got these colors, but for somebody with fashion sense like me, it adds a certain amount of flamboyancy to my projects. So anyways, I've got this little close up here. I've got the 1/2 inch hardware cloth there on the bottom, all the way, well, almost all the way across. There's a little gap on this end, like under, but this is the plywood. This is their resting area and all that. Like their nest box will be up in there. And then I'm going to make a little, I'll use some more chicken fence here and on one of these corners, probably maybe even right along here. I'm going to put a hay manger, basically. I'm going to have to, I've never done a roof like this. I'm going to have to experiment and see. I hope I don't have to have another bar across, but we're going to find out. It is going to be a fixed roof. What I'm going to do is, right here where Ryan is climbing on the edge of the crib, like he used to when he was a baby, I'm going to actually cut these 4 posts out right here in front of Ryan, and that will be the door to the hutch. So, then I'll have to figure out where to put water and everything, but it's coming right along. Got the chicken wire all around the bottom. Like I said, it's 3 o'clock. I think I'm going to have to stop for the day. All right, another gorgeous day here at the temporary Horde. My battery break ended up turning into a much longer break because the battery pack, the only one I had for my portable drill, is dead. So I'll have to order one. Actually, you can get a 2-pack of generic ones that hopefully will work as well as the other ones. So to get this done, because I've got to get my coop and stuff done, I've had to get out the beast. It's the only other drill I have. So it'll do. I just have to be careful. You know, this thing will drive. It's pretty powerful. So, but gonna get back to work on this and get it done so I can get to work on my nesting boxes in my coop. So I will show you, I don't know, the next step or when it's done, and we'll see what happens. All right, folks, here it is. Complete. Fini. The PlayBunny Crib. Nice tin roof. That was probably the most expensive piece of the whole thing. It's 15 bucks for a 8-foot, for an 8-foot panel, or 10-foot, no, an 8-foot panel. I just cut it 4 foot. It's a little long in the back, but I wouldn't have had enough scrap to make worth anything, so. And yes, I already pointed out the colorful zip ties all around it. And it's got chicken wire around the inside so they can't squeeze out through the bars. Not that they would, because we're going to make them such a wonderful home. And then we have hardware cloth in the bottom, 1/2-inch squares, a piece of plywood for them to rest their feet. A couple of things I haven't gotten done. This, just temporary. I'll have to get a latch or something tomorrow. I just didn't have one. I thought maybe I had something, but so that hopefully will work for tonight. I can even bend that. It's an old yard staple. I can just bend it a little bit, make sure nothing can get in there. And then the other thing I want to make is I put a piece of chicken wire like in this corner here on the inside, and I should have done that before with the lid and stuff. But I want to. That'll be like a hay manger, where we can stuff their hay in there, and they could just eat it out of that. So, but there it is. Kids are playing with the bunnies, so I think I'm going to go grab them and have them put them in there and see what they think. So here they are. Patches is black. He's got a patch of even blacker black fur on his back. So he is therefore called Patches. And there's Flower back there. Somebody wanted to name her Rose. Somebody wanted to name her Daisy. Quit. So we named her Flower. I'm not sure we're going to put this in the yard yet, but I think they're going to be pretty happy in there. I don't think they can get out. I have tried to bunny proof with the zip ties and the fence and everything, but we'll keep an eye on them for a little bit. So we are all set. Hey guys, help me out here. Finish my video off. What do we say?
God bless and have a good day.